Calling all Now That's TV fans and all Young and Reckless fans. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Welcome back to Damieon After Dark, where we will be recapping Season 2, Episode 1 of Young and Reckless on Now That's TV. Alright, so I had some requests to recap Young and Reckless Season 2. We recapped Season 1. If you guys remember, you might have been here for that. I actually enjoyed Season 1. It was actually a pretty decent show compared to a lot of these shows we're watching now on the Zeus Network and on Now That's TV. So I'm listening to what you guys have to say, and we're going to recap it. But before we begin, please make sure you click that subscribe button and you like this video. That helps me get into the YouTube algorithm. And join the conversation. I want to hear what you thought about Episode 1, the season premiere of Young and Reckless. Last but not least, if you would like to donate to the channel, in the description box below will be some ways that you can donate to the Damieon After Dark movement to help us grow and sustain this podcast, okay? So, before we begin, I also wanted to say, please make sure you guys, like I said, like the video, share this video, because not that it's all about numbers, but if last season's Young and Reckless did really well in the numbers, but if we don't get a lot of views, I won't recap the whole season, and I hope that doesn't disappoint anybody. But it's got to make sense for me to do it, because I'm putting so much time into YouTube. So yeah, just wanted to put that out there. I know I had some people that were asking me if I was going to finish recapping Playboy's New Orleans. When I went to Miami, I kind of just fell off from recapping Playboy's, and it was only pulling in 200-300 viewers a recap, so I was just like, it didn't really feel worth doing. And the show had kind of ran its course for me. I was just kind of over it. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this Young and Reckless Episode 1 recap for Season 2. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and let me know if you want me to continue to recap this show, okay? If you want me to continue to recap the show, put it in the comments. Share the video, like it, let your friends know, all that good stuff. If you got friends that watch Now That's TV, put them on to the recap, okay? Okay, so let's start at the beginning like we always do. First of all, I'm kind of confused on why Tyrannosaurus Rari is here again. Look, y'all, no shade. Rari is beautiful, okay? Rari is a beautiful girl, and I think she's a sweet girl. I like her. But I thought the winner of last season was supposed to host this season. What happened to that? Like, I don't like the false promises. I don't like the false advertisement from these networks and stuff. $10,000 prize, and the winner's gonna get to be the. And then they don't even really, what I'm saying? Like, what's tea? What's happening? Why's Rari here? And like I said, I like Rari, no shade, but I don't have to see her again. To be honest with you, like she didn't give me that to where I was just like, oh, I want to see her again. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'll tell y'all who I do want to see again that I'm glad that they did bring back. So I got to give Now That's TV their props on this one, because they brought back some of my faves from last season. Kai. Y'all remember Kai? I loved Kai. She's back this season. She wasn't in Episode 1, but we'll see her later on in the season. Savage. Loved her. She's back. Excuse me. Melanie Fox. We know Melanie Fox came in there and turned that bitch up last season, right? I didn't care for Melanie last season, but I respect how she came in there and held her own. So I'm looking forward to seeing more Melanie Fox this season. So is there anybody from last season that y'all wish would have came back? I think everybody that should have come back from last season I think they chose the right ones, right? I don't think there's anybody from last season that I'm like, oh, they should be here. Ivory, is Ivory going to be on this season? I feel like I saw Ivory in the teaser. I wouldn't mind Ivory coming back. I like Ivory. I don't know what it is. I know she gives bully vibes. I know. But I don't know what it is. I like Ivory. She's entertaining to me. Now, the girls show up and they're meeting at a car showroom. Random. So I never understood with Now That's TV why the cast members cannot just meet at the house when the show starts. You know, South Central Baddies, they met at a theater. You know, I think on Playboy's New Orleans, they met in a warehouse. Now they in a showroom full of vehicle. I'm just like, it don't make sense to me. You know, like, let the cast pull up to the mansion, let them go in, let them meet. I don't know. It's just little things like that irk me. Now, one of the girls that come in that's new, you know, they're coming in one by one. We see Sav. Sav is one of the first girls that we see. One of the new girls that come tells Sav that, I think it was Nug. Was it Nug that told Sav, I saw you? No, it wasn't Nug. It was Baby, what was her name? I can't think of that girl's name. Sweet Baby something. Was her name Baby Tay? I don't remember. Anyway, one of the girls told Sav, I saw you on season 1. But season 1 was alright. Season 1 was alright. And I'm like, it must have been more than alright, because you up here on the show. You must have liked season 1 enough to fill out that casting tape and fly to Miami and be on the show, boo. I don't know. I was getting a little bit of hateration from some of the girls towards Sav. Like, you know, some of them were giving Sav her props, like, oh, you know. But I'm like, I see what y'all doing. Y'all, because like they were throwing shade at her saying she was the confessional gangster. But really, to me, Sav was one of the stars of the show last season. I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. Because to me, it's more than about fighting. Sav brought more than the fights. Well, Sav didn't fight last season, but she was entertaining to me without fighting. And we'll get into that, okay? Now, let's talk about Big Bruh. Let's talk about Big Bruh for a minute. I mean, Big Nug. Big Nug. I don't care for her. I don't care for Big Nug. It's giving bully. It's giving big bad bully vibes. It's giving insecurity. Big time insecurity. You can tell that she's doing and saying anything for the cameras. Desperate for a moment. I mean, she wants attention so bad that she can't stand it. That's what I think when I look at Big Nug. Now, and she's a pretty, and see, here's the thing. You can be a pretty girl, but then that personality just ruin it for you, right? Because I was like, oh, she's so pretty. And then she opened her mouth, and I'm like, this bitch look like something out of Shark Tale. Y'all remember that animated movie Shark Tale? Some of y'all might be too young for it. I think it came out like in 2000, 2001. Y'all remember that movie Shark Tale? And like that fish. She got like that face of like that one of them fish from Shark Tale. I don't know. Let me see if that's the movie. I'm gonna put it up on the screen if this is who I'm thinking of. Yeah, Shark Tale. That's who she remind me of. That's who Big Nug remind me of. Now we get to meet Canadian Barbie. Canadian Barbie was the star of episode 1. Okay, love her or hate her, Canadian Barbie had the girls girling on episode 1. All the way from Toronto, Canada, bitch. We meet Canadian Barbie. And she comes in friendly, good energy. I liked Canadian Barbie at first, right? And I still do. I still like Barbie. I still getting to know her. But y'all ever notice, this is a pet peeve of mine too, with all these shows that we watch, Baddies, you know, Young and Reckless, South Central Baddies, all Playboy's New Orleans, like this is no exception for the dudes. The dudes do it too. Everybody that comes on these shows has the same rhetoric, the same old line. What's up, y'all? I'm Big Lexi from the 305. I'm the baddest bitch. Anybody that's stepping my way, I'm gonna fuck them up. Like, it's just like, oh, can we please get somebody that's original and authentic up in this bitch? Everybody ain't the baddest bitch. Everybody ain't gonna whoop everybody's ass. Who are you? Who are you? Not the person you've watched on TV for the last 10 years. Who are you? Next, we meet Renee. Renee comes in already on some messy shit. Okay, I didn't like Renee either. Renee and Big Nug, they gonna be the ones we gonna have to watch. Okay, I don't like her. She came in messy. She first of all she starts picking with the little girl in the pink. Who's the girl in the pink with the little short bob? She's been on another now that's TV show. I can't think of her name, but she starts picking with her off the bat. Aren't you the one that left with dude? Didn't you leave with a dude? Didn't like you're the one that left with the dude, right? You're the one that left with, and she was like, I didn't leave with a dude. I left with my man. What are you talking about? Now I don't know the context. I don't know if she left with a random dude. I don't know if she left with her man, but it very much felt like, let me pick on this little young girl over here. I need my moment. I want the camera on me, cause old girl in the pink was minding her business, right? And then the same girl, she's like, and aren't you the one that was acting crazy? You're the one that was acting crazy. Like, girl, I just met you. Calm down. Do you want to see how crazy I really get? Now, then, and this is why I say Renee and Big Nug or some just on some bully type shit, because they both just keep on because Canadian Barbie, they ask her how old she is, and she says that she's 32, and Big Nug has a problem with this. Big Nug has a problem that this girl is 32 and on this show, and she's like, yeah, I got she's like, you don't think it's a issue that you're on a show called Young and Reckless and you're 32? And Canadian Barbie's like, no. And she's like, well, I got a problem with it. I got a problem with it because she's on Young and Reckless and she's old. I'm like, y'all, this girl don't realize how dumb she sounds. Like, literally. People just be saying anything. Y'all don't realize how dumb. She don't realize how stupid she sounded saying that. Let me tell y'all something, okay? And this ain't addressed to everybody. This is just a general blanket statement. Pull your chair up a little bit. And come close. Because I need y'all to hear me on this one, okay? It's anybody that's in their 20s. Not even just your 20s. Anybody that's under 30, okay? 15, 16, 17, 18. Because I know I got some young bucks underage that watch me over here. You shouldn't be watching me if you're underage, but anyway, if you're under 30, don't blink, okay? Hear me clearly. Don't blink. Because if you do, you're going to blink your fucking eyes and you're going to be 30. And you better hope and pray that you even make it to 30 and to consider 30 old, my love. And I promise you, y'all that are in your 20s, when you get to 30, you're going to be like, oh my God, I don't ever want to go back to my 20s. Same when you get 40, you don't want to go back to your 30s. When you get 50, there's so much wisdom and growth that comes with getting older. And I feel like we as a world, as a generation, not a generation, as a generation too, we have to stop this like age shaming, like, embrace that shit, baby. I was just telling my mom the other day, I love getting older. Like every year I get a year older, I don't dread it. I don't be like, oh my God, I'm pushing 30, I'm pushing 40. Baby, bring it. I embrace it. Because the older you get, the less you give a fuck. The more in tune you come with yourself. The more confidence you gain. I respect Canadian Barbie for going in this house full of 21, 22, 23-year-olds as a 32-year-old woman and standing on her shit. I respect it. And to me, Big Nug sounded like a big idiot to sit up here and pick with her. And then she gonna tell Barbie, like, you can tell it wasn't even about her age. Big Nug just didn't like Canadian Barbie, period. Because after the age thing, after Canadian Barbie clocked her on the age and was like, yeah, I don't give a fuck, I'm 32, I'm here, I'm young and reckless, period. After she said that, then Big Nug's gonna say, well, yeah, I was looking at you in the corner and it was the way you was staring at me. Like, girl, which one is it? Is it the way she was staring at you? Is it her age? Because it's coming off that you're just an insecure ass female. It's like, goddamn, can the girl breathe? Can she blink? Can she get up and go to the bathroom without you having a problem? And that's and that's the thing. Nug is so pretty in the face, but that masculine ass in your face, rah rah shit is a turnoff, sis. Like, I don't see any man that's gonna want to be with you when you more than he is. And don't get me wrong, there ain't nothing wrong with that, right? I'm a feminine man. There's nothing wrong with a masculine in your face woman, but it's how you harness that. It's how you maneuver that. If you use that masculine, and weaponize it, as you use it as a weapon, then I ain't got shit for you. And now shout out to the Alabama twins. Shout out to the 256, baby. I don't know the twins, but it's cool to see someone from my city, because they did say 256. They said 256. That's my area code where I'm from. And baby, you could tell by that accent they from Alabama. These accents, you can't hide them. Y'all have called me out on my accent before. Y'all. I was talking to my man the other day, and he'll ask me just to repeat stuff because he loves my accent. Say September again. I'm like, September? Huh? Say it again. September? I get it. Us Southerners, if you're from the South, we draw everything out. So shout out to the Alabama twins. Don't disappoint me, twins. Don't disappoint me, because I'm rooting for y'all. Don't make us look worse than we already do, okay? Now, I was weak as fuck because Big Nug, Sav, and Renee were sitting together, right? And Big Nug is like, oh my God, you're so pretty, Renee. You're so pretty. And Renee's like, oh my God, you are too. And I'm like, Renee, you are such a fake ass bitch. And this is why I don't fucks with Renee. This is why I don't. Not only does she get big bad bully vibes, you're a fake ass bitch because you sat up in this girl's face, Big Nug's face, smiling and cheesing and then in confessionals, you got in that confessionals and you ate her apart. Renee got in the confessionals and clowned the fuck out of Big Nug and said she looks like a man. Say she looked like a linebacker. I think that's what she said. Something about her back and her shoulders being broad. She said, I think she even said that she looks trans. She said she looks like a transgender. And I'm like, no, wait a minute. Beep, beep, beep. Is that bleep? Back it up. Put it in reverse. Because these same transgenders that y'all be talking about be the same transgender aesthetic y'all be going for. Now, I didn't say... Don't get it twisted now, because some people are going to say, well, what do you think transgenders are trying to do? They're trying to emulate women. They're trying to be like us. Let's hold up for a second, because, yes, transgender women are emulating women, right? Or they're trying to emulate a woman. But we can't deny that there are some women that are going for the trans aesthetic. Okay? If you don't know what the trans aesthetic is, just Google it and look it up. I don't have time to educate today. Now, my thing is, don't come for the transgender community, my love, when, number one, you're not a part of that community. Number two, when you could be mistaken for transgender yourself, baby love. Because I swear to God, when she popped up on the screen, I thought for a second that maybe Now That's TV had casted a transgender girl for Young and Reckless. Like seriously, it's like, so Renee, you're really giving pot calling the kettle black. And then all that filler, I think it's filler in her face, because her cheeks are like really high, and if it's not filler in her face, I'm sorry, Renee. But I don't know, I just like, you can be the most beautiful girl in the world, but if that soul is icky, you're icky. Now, and not only did Renee dog Big Nug in the confessional, she also dogged her in the confessional, now not in her face. Talking about she got press on nails and the fake Chanel bag, and I'm like, oh, Damn, what did Big Nug do to you, Renee? It's giving hater. Maybe Big Nug ain't got no money. What's wrong with the press-on nails? Nails are expensive. Don't they cost like $100 to get your nails done? And y'all girls be getting them done like every 2 weeks, every week. I would, let me tell you something. If I was a nail person, I would do press-ons too, bitch. The fuck? I'm not spending all that money on some shit that's gonna pop off, click off, some shit that hurt. And then a Chanel bag, maybe she can't afford the real. What's your bags look like, Renee? Let's see your authentic bags. See, I can't stand that elitism. I can't stand that I'm better than you. Oh, because I carry a real Chanel. Girl, bye. Miss me with it. Because listen, if I want to go buy me a Chanel bag, I could. But I just don't. I think it's stupid to spend that kind of money on stuff. I mean, if you got it, like you got it, that kind of disposable income, by all means, go for it. But I'm not going to go spend no thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on a bag when, you know, I can get one look just like it for less. Anyway. I just knew I wasn't going to like Renee from the moment I met her. First of all, what 20-year-old is named Renee? No shade to my, like, listen, if your name is Renee, please forgive me. But I bet you if your name is Renee, you're over 30. Over 40, something around there. I just don't know many, think about it. Do y'all know many 20, 21, 22-year-old girls named Renee? And it's not that Renee is not a pretty name. It's just that Renee, you don't hear it, right? There are some names that are timeless. Like my grandmother's name is Ava, and I feel like that's used a lot now. Renee is a name I feel like was used in the past, but you don't hear it much now. And I feel like it's a middle name. You know, like Ashley Renee, Keisha Renee, Brittany Renee. You know what I mean? I don't know. And also, did y'all... No shade to Tyrannosaurus Rari, but... Why did we have to hear her song 3 fucking times? They kept playing that goddamn song so much. I was like, God damn, we get it, girl. You put that pussy down. We get it. We get it. And the only reason I call her Tyrannosaurus Rari is because she got them little ass arms. This is how Rari's arms are. Right? She got them little ass arms. Rich hoe shit. Lame's not allowed. You gonna need a life vest. Fuck around and drown. And then she got that fat ass, little bitty arms, little bitty legs, long torso. Like last season, I thought she was a little person. No shade. She's just short. But they really overplayed that song. Like they played that song at the beginning. We had to watch the music video. Then the song was on the intro. And then when Rari walked in the room, they played that song again. And I'm just like, God damn. Now, the girls get on the Sprinter van and they leave the showroom and they head to the mansion where they're going to be living, right? And on the Sprinter van, Canadian Barbie brings up that she thinks that, you know, Nug has a problem with her after their previous altercation situation at the showroom. Now, Nug takes it the wrong way. But I understand where Canadian Barbie was coming from, right? Now, of course, Nug wants to make it a problem about what Canadian Barbie said. But a simple, we don't have a problem would have been fine, right? When Barbie said, I think Nug's got a problem with me, Nug should have simply said, look, I ain't got a problem with you. It's water under the bridge. We good now. You 32 years old and you here. Cool, right? But no. That gave Nug an opening. That gave her a way in, right? She been wanting to pounce on Canadian Barbie since she walked in the room. So this gave her the perfect opportunity to really get in there. Now where you fucked up, Barbie. Where you fucked up, Barbie, is when you stood up and you wanted to go sit by her. You just met this girl. It ain't that deep. If you don't think she likes you, who gives a fuck? You know, address it, move on. But to get up, first of all, we on a Sprinter van with 8 different girls. There ain't enough room for all that moving and shuffling around. Sit down, right? But she get up and she want to take her alcohol and weasel her way up to the front of the Sprinter van and try to sit next to this girl that she just met. And I'm like, girl, you are asking to get checked. To be honest, I think Canadian Barbie is a little lit. We can see everybody's drinking, right? She seemed a little lit. She seems like she's had a little too much to drink, because then she brings up this live that she did. She says that she was on live one day and that Sav came into the live and commented brows. Just put brows, ... Sav was pretty much making fun of Canadian Barbie's eyebrows. And I'm just like, oh God, Barbie, is this the time and the place to bring up both of these issues? We just got here, sis. I'm trying to defend you, but you on the Sprinter van. You done brought up the shit with you and Nug. Now you bringing up some shit with you and Sav that didn't even happen on the show. You need allies, boo. You need these girls to like you. Well, you don't need them to like you, but just like, let's say this, you don't want a bunch of enemies, right? Because I can see them jumping on Canadian Barbie and just stomping her. Poor thing can't fight. Po thing, she can't fight. We saw at the end of the episode, Nug threw her around like a motherfucking rag doll, bitch. Why you gotta throw me around like a rag doll? And anybody else wonder what Sav was doing on Canadian Barbie's live? Because my thing, I'm like, y'all just met. How was Sav on your live? If she commented brows on your live, how do y'all know each other? Did y'all catch that? Now, the key is, Sav says that her and Canadian Barbie already discussed this whole Instagram live, leaving a comment about the eyebrows. They already discussed it off camera, and now Canadian Barbie is bringing it back up, and which rubs Sav the wrong way. And I understand where Sav was coming from, because my thing is, if you and I just hashed out an issue off camera and then we get on camera and you start bringing it up in front of everybody, I'm gonna take it like you trying to check me as some punk ass bitch. I'm gonna take it like you trying to play with me for camera time. Would you feel that way if you had squashed an issue with somebody and then y'all get on camera and they bring that issue back up? Would you not feel like they were trying to play on your top? Like, and I love Sav. I'm not trying to be biased with Sav. I would feel the same way. Like, why are you bringing this up in this Sprinter van full of girls just because you're drunk and the cameras are rolling when we already squashed this shit? Now, we hear Nug, while this whole situation is going on, we hear Nug say she's fixing to punch her in the mouth. She's fixing to punch Canadian Barbie in the mouth. And I'm like, why? You and Canadian Barbie, I thought y'all just ended those issues. Like, why are you so hell-bent on wanting to fight this girl? I'm confused. It does feel like bullying to me. It feels like that Nug was searching for a reason to fight this girl. She wanted a reason to pounce on this girl, because I feel like Nug is like this. I'm on this show. I'm so excited. Let me show them I can fight. Let me show them I'm that girl. I want to be the host next season. I want to be the next Rari. I want to be the next Sav. Let me be the next Ivory. I want to... Sit down. And Barbie, you gotta. Let me take out another way Barbie fucked up. She's sitting there on this Sprinter van full of girls she don't know with a cup full of liquor, sitting there facing them as they're telling her, I'm about to punch you in the mouth. Doug told her, I'm going to punch you in the mouth. And she's sitting there with a cup like, why you want to punch me in the mouth? Girl, put your cup down and get ready. If that would have been me, I would have been like, hold on. Say what? Because I'm finna knock you the fuck out before you can punch me. If somebody tells you they're finna knock you in the fucking mouth, you get ready. You knock them in the fucking mouth before they can knock you in the mouth. She's too relaxed for me. Canadian Barbie was too relaxed, too comfortable, too friendly, too quick. Now, Sav is the one who ends up knocking Canadian Barbie right in her mouth. Right? Because we see Canadian Barbie, like, Sav was not even fucking with her. And Canadian Barbie says something along the lines of, you didn't even do anything on season 1. And if you watch the playback, you can see her. She kind of gets in her face when she says it. If you guys are Sav and I'm Canadian Barbie, Barbie was like, you didn't even do anything, right? So if I'm sitting across from you and you go, you didn't even do anything on season. You you see that? You just crossed that hoe. Don't ever get my face. Look, I know to some people it could seem like Sav jumped on her for no apparent reason, but I'm on Sav's side with this. It felt like Canadian Barbie was trying to punk her in front of all these girls. It felt like Barbie was trying to, like, you know, what? And I can understand and see if Barbie wasn't, because she was confused, like, why did you hit me? But you have to rewatch that back and you can see why. Homegirl was doing too much. Like, you was on one, and then you would go up another level, and then you go up another level, and now you moving and swapping seats, and you getting it, like, you getting up, and then you go, why would you even say to Sav, you didn't even do anything in season 1. Keep your energy towards Big Nug, who wants to knock you in the mouth. Like, and that's why I like Sav, because she did not bother that girl. She was sitting there minding her business in her own little world, chilling, looking cute. You know, she gave old girl a chance with the eyebrow after she brought up the eyebrow thing. You know, Sav moved on from that, and then you're going to tell her, you didn't even do anything last season. You didn't even fight nobody last. Like, okay, girl. Now, Sav says in her heart she felt like Barbie was going to hit her first, which was understandable. Again, watch the replay. Canadian Barbie does move forward towards her. When she asks her that, I would feel a little threatened too. Like, bitch, don't get in my face. I'm going to pop you before you can pop me. Now, Barbie tells Sav, you know, because they were tussling around that bus, that sprinter van. And Barbie tells Sav, you didn't even have that energy for Ivory. You had all this energy for me, but you didn't have it for Ivory. And I was like, I didn't think Sav and Ivory had issues. But then I had to think back to season 1, and I'm like, did they have issues? I can't remember. But we hear Canadian Barbie, when she gets mad, she kept on saying, blood clot, blood clot. Blood clots. And I'm like, who got blood clots? Who got blood clots? What happened? Blood clots, huh? But then I'm like, oh, I know that in Canada there's a lot of islanders. So, okay, maybe Canadian Barbie is from the islands. And, you know, they do carnival up there. I don't know. But I was just like, girl. Even the girls were laughing at her for saying that. Like, and I'm not laughing at her for her culture or anything. I just think it sounded funny. But now Barbie's mad and she's talking to the camera. You know how on these shows they get mad, they'll start venting to the camera and shit. Barbie's talking to the camera and she says, y'all think because I'm not from America that you can bully me? Y'all think because I'm not from America that you can bully me? And I'm just like, I don't think that's what it is, my love. Do I think some of these girls or one of these girls has bullied you a bit? I do, but I don't think it's because you're not from here. I mean, at the end of the day, you're still a black girl like the rest of them, you know. I could see maybe if you were a white girl or something, that, or a Hispanic girl, or like Crystal last season, that you might feel a little targeted for where you're from, maybe. But I mean, you just like the rest of them girls. I don't think that they're targeting you because you're from Canada or because you're from the islands. Do y'all think so? But I do feel like Nug was bullying her. I'm gonna be real. From the moment that girl walked in, Nug wanted a problem with her. Now we see Rari get Canadian Barbie and Sav. She brings them together to talk out their issues. You know, we hear them talk about it. They hash it out like grown women. They apologize, and that was nice to see. They didn't keep it going for fucking 8 episodes. Take note, Zeus. We don't need these girls fighting for 8 episodes. So I appreciate that they can move on because the fight really was stupid. And we know that girls typically hold on to stuff. So to see them handle it like men, like it is what it is, and move forward, it was nice to see, right? Now, one of the girls mentioned that Sav is stepping up this season because she's fighting. And they said last season she was quiet and in her shell. And I just don't agree with that. Do y'all think if Sav was quiet and in her shell last season that she would be back this season? No, y'all got it twisted and fucked up. See, this new generation, these young girls, they think that you have to fight to be entertaining. And that's where y'all got it fucked up. Half y'all ain't got the personality of a fucking cockroach or an ant or a ladybug or half y'all ain't got the personality or the brain of a bug. So you think that fighting is going to make you entertaining, and it don't. And Sav, to me, like I said earlier, stood out last season because she didn't have to fight, and yet she was still entertaining. The confessionals, the one-liners, you know, and she brought beauty. She told the story for us. She was the narrator, right? We need somebody that can like tell the story as we're watching it, narrate what's going on. Kind of like how Fly Tatted Sky did on Baddies East. Same for Kai. Kai didn't fight. Kai did fight last season, but she didn't have to fight because she was another entertaining one without having to fight. And that's also why everybody's calling Sav a confessional gangster, because she had the best confessionals. Yes, she threw shots in her confessionals. Yes, she did. But she never really had problems with the girls in the house. What did y'all want her to do? Fight somebody that she had no problems with? She could still get in the confessional and express her opinion. That's what they're for. Give your confessions. The producers are asking them, how do you feel about what happened between X, Y, and Z? If she gives her feelings about it and it's not the most unsavory opinion, or it's not the most savory opinion, does that mean she's a confessional gangster? Now, I could see if she was in the confessional saying, I'm going to beat this bitch's ass, I'm going to do this, and then she didn't do it, that would be a confessional gangster. But to be in the confessionals and, you know, be kikiing over somebody's botched booty or somebody's eyelashes hanging and you kikiing over in the confessionals, that's not a confessional gangster. That's just making good TV. It's just, it's just being funny. Do y'all know what I mean? Now, the girls finally get to the mansion, which is very nice, by the way. It was given BGC mansion. It was given Bad Girls Club mansion. Which, speaking of, this show is, to me, Young and Reckless is like the closest that we'll get to Bad Girls Club. It reminds me of Bad Girls Club because there's so many young girls. They're in this mansion. I don't know. It gives that to me. Not as good as BGC, but now they get to the mansion. Rari gets everybody in the living room. She gathers everybody in the living room, and she asks Nug. First of all, she's like, "Is everybody good? Nug, are you and Canadian Barbie good?" And Nug says, well, I asked her if she wanted to fight. She didn't want to fight, so yeah, I'm good. And Canadian Barbie's like, fight for what? You've still yet to give me a reason for fighting. Next. Uh-oh. Now, I was with Canadian Barbie on that at first, but then you threw that passive-aggressive next in there, which I'm not faulting you for that either, Barbie, but you know how these girls are. They hotheads. But she was right. Like, give me you want to fight me so bad. What is the reason? Oh, you're a clout chaser. Oh, you want camera time. Oh, you need a moment. Let's just be real. But when she said next, you could see the steam come out of Nug's ears. Which, I mean, it was a legitimate question, right? What do you want to fight me for? It was a legitimate question. What, like, what's the tea, Nug? What's the tea? You've been wanting to fight this girl since you got here. You've been itching to be on TV since you were an insecure little ass girl. Here we are, right? Now, after Barbie says, next, next, and that smart ass time, after she says that, Nug starts digging through her purse, and I'm like, oh fuck, what's finna happen? I knew she was fixing to attack old girl, but she pulls something out of her purse. I don't know what Nug pulled out of her purse, and she like gets ready to chunk it at Barbie, which Barbie gets up in time to try to defend herself, but it don't work out too good because Nug throws that ass around like a motherfucking Canadian rag doll. I mean, girl was just... she was falling all over the place and just doof, 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 doof. Fucking her up. Fucking her up. She was tagging her head. Whose side are you on? Canadian Barbie? Or are you on Big Nug side? I almost said Big Doug. Big Nug or Canadian Barbie? Which side are you on? Get in the comment section. Let me know. How did you feel about the season premiere of Young and Reckless season 2? Did you enjoy the season premiere? Are you looking forward to watching this season? And do you want me to recap the rest of the season? Join the conversation below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and subscribe to the channel. And hit the thumbs up button and like this video. That helps me get into the algorithm. Also, let me know who your favorites are so far. Are you guys excited about Melanie Fox and Ivory possibly coming back? I think I saw Ivory. I don't know if that was her. Y'all let me know if that was Ivory or not. Are you excited about Melanie Fox, Kai, Savage? What about Rari? Y'all glad Rari's back, or do you wish we would have gotten another host? I think Sav should have been able to host this season, or Melanie Fox or Kai. One of them should have gotten a host. Rari needs to step down, right? Anyway, if you'd like to donate to the Damien After Dark movement, in the description box below will be some ways that you can donate as well. Please keep in mind that if you leave a super chat, YouTube will take 50% of the money that you guys donate to us creators, okay? I love you so much for watching. We'll see you next time on Damien After Dark. Bye.